You, when you see this blank canvas, you know it's class time. Yes. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are, man. You, as usual, you know, when you see these empty canvas, as I said before, you know it's class time, man. So today we are looking at one of our best traders by the name of Tori Traders, 600k subscribers. That's not easy. She has a track record for over 9 years or 6 years. I have seen she started doing her video on 2019. Oh no, actually it's more than 7-8 years. Okay, that's not something you do if you're not a good and great forex trader. If you don't call her one of the goods, bro, we are doing something wrong. And Tori has one of the most interesting trading strategy I've ever seen. I've never thought that in this episode I learned so many trading strategies. By the time I'm completing all this episode, bro, I will be so much informed, man. I have come to learn we trade in very different ways. We trade in very different manners. Okay, so for her, she used these trend lines. As you know, these are the trend lines. How she does things. Okay, how she does things. All right. So this is a representation of the market. As you all know, market moves down, up, you know. There we go. There we go. So for example, this is the market. For her, she uses trend lines. Don't forget to say that. Okay, so she has to make sure the trade lines are anchoring downwards or upwards, depending on the trend of the market or depending on what she is analyzing. So what do I mean by anchoring downward or upward? This is what I mean. She has to make sure the trend line looks like that. That's what I'm talking about. And she has to make sure there is enough confirmations or enough touching of the trend line so as to get as a best entry as possible. So this is A, this is B, this is C. So I want you to mark these C levels. These C levels are one of the best levels that will come to. These B levels are among one of the levels that will come to confirm, because these are very, very interesting levels to have. And what she does that for both sides. So this is a downtrend, this is an uptrend, and her trading strategy makes sure that these trend lines touch. And remember, make sure you draw them as perfect as possible. Don't worry, we will go to the charts and analyze. So that's how she does it. Okay, so for her, this is a downtrend, uptrend. Okay, so we can try to adjust it is to get a good, very nice. So this is a good representation of what I'm talking about, because she has to make sure they are touching. I'm trying to simplify this strategy as much as possible because it has a lot. Okay, it has a lot. Okay, so this is point A. You see, this is point A, this is point B. There is something I'm looking at these notes because I had to take notes. This is how complicated that trading strategy is. Okay, I had to take notes. Okay, so we have something known as safety. We have safety line and we have action line. Okay, safety line is the line not broken. So for example, this is safety. Safety L. So come here. Oh no, I didn't want to move that. I wanted to move that. So this is a safety line. Safety line. Let's put a different color to that. This color is nice. Let's do this. So this is a safety line. This is an action line below here. Remember, I'm simplifying her trading strategy. It's not mine. So there we go. Action line. Okay. So for example, this is a safety line, this is an action line. Okay, safety line, action line. I want you to be very observant on what I'm saying. So a safety line, okay, is the line against the action, okay, not broken. So action is the broken line. For example, this is what I'm talking about. So this is broken. The reason as to why it's called the action is because this is where the entries are supposed to be made. The safety, this is where she is going to place her stop losses within these areas. Okay, and the other thing, this is the same line that the trade is going to give the exit. Okay, so this is a simple presentation of the trading strategy. Remember, we are trying to simplify it as much as possible. Okay, so let's go to the chart. We don't want to waste too much time learning something that is not applicable in the chart. So let's go and try to apply it in the chart. So she has said, first of all, you have to do the top-down analysis. This is where you start with the highest time frame possible. And to her, she uses monthly, and she likes to trade crude. She likes to trade crude oil. So, for example, she has said you have to make sure you go to the beginning of the chart. So you have to see this one. This is the beginning of the chart. If I'm not, no. This is not the beginning of the chart yet. There you go. You have to see this dinosaur side. I never knew this thing existed in this chart, but this is what tells you you're in the beginning of the chart. So you come here and draw your lines. Okay, bear with me. Don't be afraid of the strategy. Same case applied to me. I was kinda afraid of the strategy at first. So we saw the dinosaur. So this is our area. As you can see, this is 1951. Bro, we have gone back to 1951. These trading strategies are all interesting. Different traders, different trading strategies. So what we are going to do, remember, using trend lines, go and draw the highest point. Okay, the highest point. All right. So there's no need of drawing from all the way from 212. I'm going to draw from the recent action. So I'm going to use this one. Because if I drew from here, the market won't be correlating with her trading strategy. So I draw from there, but I make sure it's all the way down. I make sure it's giving me as much touches as possible. And she has included the wicks. Remember, this is an uptrend. We come here. Don't be worried, guys. When it comes to this trading strategy, it's very interesting. So inclining, remember, inclining up or inclining down. Okay, this is a simplification of her trading strategy. This is not the actual. If you want to learn more about her trading strategy, you can go to her channel. So this is what I'm talking about. So I have to make sure they're touching the levels. There we go. So this is downtrend, this is uptrend. Okay, this is how traders are trading. People have very different trading strategies. This is why I respect trading strategies from anyone. I mean, you can see. So we can delete these ones. You can delete these ones. You can delete them. So let's go straight to chart. So let's zoom out. So come on. So remember, we go to the highest time frame possible. Okay, we go to the highest time frame possible, and then we go the way down, all the way down. Okay, all the way down. So I want you to observe this trading strategy. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know even how long the video is going to be. So this is, remember I said point A, this is point A, this is point B. Remember I told you to be very careful with this point A and point B. So after month, she goes down to weekly. Okay, there we go. There we go. Down to weekly. Okay, and the reason as to why I said you should observe these points is because she has to start drawing from point B. When it comes to this one, this is point B. This is our point B. This is our point B. So noted point B here. Let's add a text there. Point B. Okay. Zoom out again. So our trend line has to start from here. Okay. Remember, higher time frames all the way down. So there you go. Make sure these ones touch. The smaller the time frame, the more you try to make the lines touch. Okay. So come here from point B all the way down. Remember, they have to touch. This is a policy. There you go. So we come down here again from this point. Oh no, from point B. I'm sorry. From point B. Where is our point B? There it is. Come here all the way. Move. Okay, guys, this is beautiful. The speed at which I'm getting these strategies is scared. So make sure it's touching. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I did not lose. So this one has to be a little bit. There you go. So you zoom. Make sure they are good. So this is our point B. Note this pointer. This is our point B because we started from point B here, but right now it's point A. This is our point A of the beginning of this other trend line. Okay. After that, we go to point. Okay. This is another B. This is another B. This is another B. Let there be a B. Okay. So after week 3, I move down to daily. Okay. So this, remember our B there. That's why I drew it. This is our B. Make sure it touches this, and remember the weeks. Make sure it touches as much as possible. Okay. As much as possible. So that's our B. Okay. So let's come here. This is our other B. So downtrend. And so forth and so forth. We are going to do this until we go to a 5-minute time frame. Okay. So forth, so on. So this is a B. Come here. You draw it. Make sure it's giving as much confirmation as possible going on. Okay. Going on. Right. And the smaller the time frame, the more we try to make sure they touch. So like here, we're supposed to move it a little bit. And there's something I've seen. If you see something like this which is missing space, you can draw another line which is trying to touch. And she drew a line inside. Yeah, I can't remember that. So that there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So this is a hard trading strategy, not mine. But this is not easy. This needs someone who can contemplate what is going on. This is not something you can understand with a day. Even the rate at which I have grasped it, it's scary. So we go to 4 hours as usual. Remember our point. Oh, we did not draw our point B for, remember, trading strategy. So where is our point B here? Okay, come here. A, B. That's B. Okay. So I'll come to this one. Where is it? So A, B. So this is our B. Go visit her channel and learn this strategy. It's very interesting. That's her B. Okay. So this is a downtrend. There you go, that's the B. I'm marking them because I don't want to be confused and miss the points. So that's how. So when you go to 4 hours, you identify point B. Okay. There you go. So you zoom out. make sure it's very visible. There you go. So where's hobby? It goes. So God, what did I get myself into? I'm going to draw too much today. I will understand. But this trading strategy, if you get it, I think it's very good and very easy, because everything is a matter of time. So there you go. There you go. Remember, a trend line and a horizontal line, there is no much difference. It's all about how you draw it. So this is our bay here. So forth, so on. I don't want my video to be that long, so I'm going to stop at 4 hours, because I don't want my video to be so long. I've seen we are in almost at 20 minutes, so this is what is going to happen. Remember, I talked about safety line and action line. So for example, this is an action line. This is a safety line. Okay, action line, safety line. So the difference is, an action line is a line that is broken. Okay, an action line is a line that is broken or respected. So let's go here in an uptrend. Okay, so the market came, bounced back. Okay, came, bounced back. So this is a very good action line. Okay, bounce back. So this one, as you can see, this is a safety line. So the market did not break, come to this level. Same case applies from here. Okay. Safety line. So this is an uptrend. When it comes to a downtrend, the opposite is true. Okay, so this is how the trading strategy works. So for example, the market came back and bounced back at this level. Okay, she will wait for a confirmation, or the moment the market bounces back, she'll wait for the market to come to this. She will just take the trade, not waiting. Sorry for the confusion. She will just take the trade if the market bounces back within this zone. Remember, she trades at a 5-minute time frame. I'm doing this to simplify my trading strategy. So for example, this is the trend line. The market is kinda here. She will take a long. Okay, actually we have a long here, which is very beautiful. This is a long. Okay, she'll take a long somewhere there. Okay, so how does she know where to get out of the market? She has to risk 2% of the initial capital. So if she's trading $100 trade, she'll have to risk 2%. Okay, so this is the entry. Okay, 2% risk. All right, 2% risk. Okay, how does she know where to exit? Here, if the market comes back to the action line. Okay, not the safety. The safety is the line that was not broken. If the market comes back to the action, here the action line is the line that it bounced on. If the action line comes back and breaks this one, this is her exit. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this is entry. Entry. How did I get this strategy? Entry, as you can see. Okay, so exit. Stop loss, SL. There you go. So this is it. Entry, stop loss, exit. Exit is after the change. You can say change of character or change of a price action, and the market starts to break the what? Action line. So this is the action line for her. This is the safety action line, the line that was broken, the other one that was not broken. So this is the vice versa. This is downtrend, this is uptrend. Okay, so for here, this is what I'm talking about, action line. So the entries are made at the action line. Okay, Same case applies to the exits. The exits are made at the actual line. So if the market broke these levels, so this will change and she'll have to take another setup. So if you want to learn more about her trading strategy, I don't want to go back into details, too much details. Go visit at her channel, Tori Trades. This is one of the most interesting trading strategies I have ever seen. So for more and more analysis, go to her channel.